Hey guys, how's it going? It's Sunkler, and today we're going back to the basics. We're gonna make some dubstep basses using Serum inside FL Studio. So no intro, no more talking. Let's go straight into sound design. So here in FL, I'm gonna load up my copy of Serum that I have here. Very nice. And I'm gonna create this really cool, simple filler bass that you can hear in the background of postmodern dubstep tracks. So I'm gonna start by setting oscillator 1 here, -2 octaves. There we go, 2 octaves down, sync. And I want it to go up there, so I'm gonna take the LFO, I'm gonna create this sort of curve, set it to envelope. Yeah, that sounds pretty good so for me. Then I'm gonna go into the second oscillator. Again, I want a saw. I'm gonna turn down the level of the first one. I'm gonna play around a little bit with the FM. I'm gonna select here basic shapes and just play around and see what does. So around 25% might sound good. And then add a LFO that goes up to perhaps up to 50%. I want this to be 1/8 and then now we're going to do the magical part. We're going to go into the global tab, set our width to 0, increase the detuning up to 16, turn off the random, turn off the detune, and then link macro into the detune. And that's where the magical effect happens. Now we're gonna add a high pass to this. I really like using the high pass with the notch. Set it to oscillator B so it does actually something. And add a notch to this. I'm gonna add some white noise as well because I really like how white noise fills up a little bit more the spectrum of the sound. I'm gonna add a sub with a third LFO with a shape sort of like this. I'm gonna add some hyper. Could be controlled with an LFO. I really like how the dimension sounds with just a tiny little bit of the size, because it sort of adds like a slapback delay where you hear the reflection really fast. It's like a nice little echo effect that hits very fast. So I'm gonna add some soft clip. Let me turn down a little bit the white noise. Gonna add some multi-band compression and turn down the threshold. Now I'm gonna add a second high pass here. This time just a regular high pass. increasing that drive. I'm gonna add an EQ right before the compressor with some peaks and a notch. With a curve like this. I'm gonna add a flanger without any depth or feedback. Maybe around 30% sounds good. I'm gonna add the phaser without the depth and feedback again. I'm gonna find that nice little frequency that resonates the best for me, so you guys can maybe select a different frequency depending of how you like the sound. I like that area, so I'm gonna set it to around 50%. I'm gonna add a chorus that it's gonna be right before the compressor. I'm gonna turn down the depth and feedback, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play around with the delays here. I'm gonna create some LFOs here just to create that nice, even more pronounced Z-tune effect. I'm gonna add that nice little final FO. And then I'm gonna add that slapback delay that I mentioned from the hyper dimension with an actual delay. So it's gonna give it that nice little breathing room so that it fills up the drop a bit more. Just one reflection is what I'm interested in, and very hollow, very like without low end or high end, like just like that nice little hollow sound. And I want to barely hear it, so I wanted to like have like this nice little minimum amount of mix. Again with the reverb, the same thing. And then you can go crazy, you can post-process this, so if I go here. And create this fun little pattern. Or yeah. Then add some OTT. Add a notch to this. Maybe add a frequency shifter so I have a nice little patcher preset that I call the rhythm shifter, which is a splitted frequency shifter where the low end doesn't get frequency shifted and the high end gets frequency shifted. This. That sounds really cool. Again, some more OTT. And then maybe top it off with some saturation. I really like Saturn for saturating. Just increase a little bit the dynamics so it's more sausage, more distorted. Crank up that drive. Have it to a nice little warm saturation method. Tape saturation is a really nice method of saturating. I'm gonna use tube in this example, but And then you can play around with the curves here. So example, I want a little bit less reverb, and I want this to cut off like this. Then the sub, I want it to do that same thing. Maybe this could be sharper. And you can change here the amount of detuning. You can create a macro for the FM. It's really an unlimited amount of things you can do now once you like actually crafted the sound. So it's very important when making the first sound. Don't focus too much on adjusting, fine tuning and things. Rather instead focus on fine tuning once you have all the general things done. That way you can really find what you're looking for when creating bass, and it doesn't interrupt the flow of your music creating process. That way you don't concentrate and waste 2 hours fine tuning a bass. You can create this nice little bass, create the pattern, make this nice little drop, and then after you have that all done, you go and say, I don't really like the tone of it, and start adjusting things and start creating this nice little bass that's what actually you visioned, what you actually want, which is how you should design basses in the first place. So don't focus on spending 2 hours on designing. Instead, do a nice little rough draft and then clean up after you've actually created your idea. That way your ideas don't go to waste. So thank you guys for watching. This was Soundkiller with yet another really awesome bass dubstep tutorial. Thanks for watching. As always, like and subscribe to the channel. I'm making more content. I'm going crazy with the content. Thank you guys. And until next time. I've said until next time like 100 times. Why are you still watching the video? You should watch another dubstep video like my Pigments tutorial.